We are conditioned to believe a very specific equation, that earning a higher salary automatically buys you freedom. We assume if we can just run a little faster, get that promotion, and hit that new tax bracket, we will finally own our lives. Curious, Morgan Housel calls the flaw in this thinking the man in the car paradox. When you see someone driving a $100,000 car, you rarely admire the driver. You admire the car, and you picture yourself in the driver's seat. We buy these high-end items assuming observers will respect us, but because everyone is too busy projecting their own desires onto our stuff, we never actually secure the admiration. We just get the bill. This creates the trap of loud money. It forces you to constantly broadcast your status to strangers through conspicuous consumption. You have to keep paying every single month to prove you still belong in that social hierarchy. The pursuit of visible status does not earn you respect. It effectively sells off your future time, binding you entirely to a system you likely claim to hate. The mechanics of this trap rely on lifestyle creep. It operates invisibly, absorbing every extra dollar you make by upgrading your baseline expenses to perfectly match your new income. That hard-earned raise or annual bonus does not go toward buying your freedom. It is immediately neutralized by the down payment on a larger house or a higher monthly payment on a luxury lease. Any leftover cash flow is quickly drained by supplementary spending, upgrading to first class, booking expensive revenge travel, or chasing the latest designer brands. This perpetual cycle systematically eliminates your financial margin for error. You might have a massive cash inflow, but your mandatory outflows are so high that there is nothing left to absorb a shock. A life with zero margin is incredibly fragile. When you are stretched to your absolute limit, a single missed paycheck, a medical emergency, or a sudden market downturn equals total disaster. Living on that razor's edge corrupts your state of mind. Your daily thoughts become consumed by the paranoia and anxiety of keeping up appearances and ensuring the public facade never slips. You end up building yourself a golden cage. You look rich to the outside world, but on the inside, you are a highly stressed prisoner to your own overhead. This side-by-side flow visualization contrasts two paths to clarify our terms. Rich simply means you have a high current income. Wealthy means you have income you deliberately choose not to spend. True wealth is invisible. It is the luxury cars you decided not to buy and the first-class upgrades you declined. It is the financial asset that hasn't yet been converted into stuff people can see. That hidden reservoir represents stored options. You are accumulating immunity to external shocks and quite literally purchasing your own future days and months. This is the core philosophy of stealth wealth. It is the deliberate, strategic choice to remain financially invisible in modern society. Choosing to live this way is an exercise in ego suppression. You actively select the profound peace of financial security over the fleeting dopamine hit of public obligation. The highest utility of capital is not acquiring objects. It is buying back your own lifespan. Entrepreneur Dan Martell calls this the Buyback Principle. It is a strict mandate that you must trade your money for time, rather than trading your time for money. It starts with 2 steps. First, audit your schedule to identify every low-value, energy-draining task. Second, immediately transfer those tasks by hiring someone else to do them. Then you fill that newly freed time with high-leverage business activities, or simply use it to restore your personal peace. This mathematical breakdown calculates your exact buyback rate. You take your total annual income, divide it by 2,000 working hours, and then divide that result by 4. The rule is absolute. If any task costs less than this target hourly rate, you must outsource it immediately to stop bottlenecking your own potential. This is the exact mechanical process for decoupling your income from your physical time, allowing you to step out of the cage. The most powerful figures in society practice this exact form of restraint to maintain their sovereignty. Mark Zuckerberg actively rejects loud status symbols, opting for a plain gray t-shirt to avoid unwanted social friction. Warren Buffett's modest, unassuming demeanor proves that long-term endurance and psychological security scale directly with frugality. The author Kurt Vonnegut captured this perfectly at a billionaire's party. When reminded that his host made more money in a single day than Vonnegut had in his entire career, Vonnegut realized he possessed an unbeatable metric the billionaire never would. He had enough. Naval Ravikant notes the highest dividend money pays is the ability to wake up every morning and say, I can do whatever I want today. Stop playing the zero-sum monkey game of status. Real power whispers. And the ultimate luxury is a life entirely invisible to others, but completely under your own control.